Audio Jungle.
Hello everyone, welcome to Youth Konnect TV show. As we all know, we live in a dynamic environment full of opportunities and challenges. Young people all over go through various challenges trying to understand what careers paths they should follow. In terms of leadership, they have potential, yes, but we are afraid of the safe spaces whether we should exploit our leadership or not. In terms of talents, a lot of young people have talents, but they don't know whether to follow their talents because there are no clear paths on how to exploit your talents and live with. And lastly, in terms of mental health, there are cases of depression all over and cases of suicide because young people give up sometimes. Youth Konnect TV show is a TV show that has 4 segments. In the first segment, M Talk, we will bring individuals who have success stories and they have overcome challenges they went through to be where they are today. In the second segment, I Lead, we will bring young people who are doing amazing things in terms of leadership in various fields. In that segment, Career Watch, we will bring people who are doing amazing things in their relevant fields and they can advise young people on what those careers entail. And in the last segment, Expose Talanta, we'll bring talented individuals who are exploiting their talents and living fully to their dreams. In today's show, we are going to bring one talented individual. He is a spoken word artist who's won so many awards in the country, one of the top celebrated artists in the country. And most of you know him, and I'm sure you are anticipating to see this great artist. Welcome to the show. I will be your host, Bright Takasioka. Hi, how are you?
I'm good, how are you?
It's good to meet you.
It's a pleasure meeting you.
Welcome to the show, The Talented.
Karibu, acha nikae chini, have a seat.
Thank
I'm
you.
taking your show by force.
It's okay, it's allowed.
Ah.
Yes. So, first tell us about yourself.
My name is T. Roops and I'm a poet and I'm a carpenter. I do so many things yani kwa maisha yangu yani. Yeah. And I'm human before I'm mini artist. Meaning human first yani. Na respect binadamu, alafu nakuja kuwapatia art. Mimi nafanya poetry, nafanya carpentry, nafanya electrical engineering, nafanya all sort of things, bora niingize income, nisiibie mtu yani.
Oh wow. Okay, you're multi-talented, that's it.
Ni multi-talented ama tu ni multitasker.
Okay,
Mimi multitask, mimi hufanya vitu tu mob yani.
Okay,
Yeah.
So I was going through your work,
Yeah, man.
and you talk about various issues that are affecting the society.
Definitely.
You talk about Fomunigani,
Yeah,
you
man.
write about love, you
Yes.
write about challenges.
Yes.
So what are the greatest challenges you faced in the industry?
Challenges ni mingi. First kubebwa ndogo yani. People carrying it childish. First when there's some point when you are an artist and there's something that is called writer's block, when you can't think creatively, and when you're on writer's block, like me, it affects me so much. Like I get depressed when I'm on writer's block because I can't think, because the only thing I know how to do better is poetry, you see, and doing things creatively. And when I can't think creatively, it means I'm stuck. So that's one of the challenges, yani. And people expect you to deliver every time. So someone can be giving you a task, you should deliver the next day, you should be performing the next day, and you're not in the mood of either performing or writing or talking. So that one becomes a challenge.
And speaking about the industry, you've won several awards,
Yep.
you've done several gigs,
Yep.
you've been in Churchill show.
Yes.
Like, how did you get yourself in a very competitive industry? To make it as a poet, I understand it's not easy. It's very competitive. There are so many upcoming poets. And you're there, you've made your niche. So what's the secret?
Even if I was born by a C-section, the only time I was pushed in this life is when my mama gave birth to me. From there on, I've been pushing myself, yani. You see?
Yeah.
So, one, if you have something that is good, if you're working towards something, first you have to work, then you connect, you see, then you network. If you're working and you're not networking, there's a problem, you see. You have to connect with people, you see. You can't have a product and you don't have customers. So every time I go to places, every interview, every show, I have to impress. I have to do better so that they can call me next. You see?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's all.
Now, being the talented artist you are, there are some young people who are watching
Yeah, man.
and they have never heard any of your word, but they know the name Teardrops.
Yeah.
So would you give your favorite poem or your favorite spoken word?
I don't have a favorite. They're all my babies. But I don't know. Yeah, I can do something that favorite to people's ears. It's called Daughter When You're Grown. Yes. Niko ever positive kama digital camera, that's when I like negatives. See, daughter, when you're grown, just in case you want to grow up and be an insect, I don't want you to be fly. We all know that flies depend on waste. Kim Kardashian is fly, that's why she's with Kanye West. So daughter, when you're grown, just in case you want to grow up and be an insect, I want you to be a bee, so that if a man ever want to call you honey, she'll know that you can make honey. So daughter, when you're grown, don't be deceived by careers. You see, I've come across doctors whose wives were so patient that they've never taken them for a treat. See, daughter, when you're grown and a man older than your father, the same age as your father, want to court you, I want you to tell him this: I'm diabetic and I don't do sugar daddies. So daughter, when you're grown, I want you to have the mind of Rosa Parks and the heart of Mother Teresa. Sometimes you don't have to fight for your rights. You can sit for your rights.
Wow.
Peace.
What a beautiful poem.
Thank you so
My
much.
favorite poem for you is the letter, the Dear Future.
Dear future mama watoto, kam na jiko niko na moto.
So now as we wrap our show, what is your advice to any young person who is looking up to you and would want to go in the competitive talent industry?
Always be you, yani. If you're a graphic designer, if you're a photographer, if you're a poet, if you're a cameraman, if you're a makeup artist, be you. If you the rule of art that I've lived with, you can steal from anywhere, but make it original.
Your plans in the next 5 years? Will you be doing what you do?
I'll probably be married.
Okay, that's a good dream.
Yes, but I won't lie. In the next 5 years, I want a kid. No kidding. Yes, I want a family, and because that's the rule of everything. I'll be in school. I'll be working towards my other projects, and yes, in the next 10 years, I want to be the president of this nation.
Oh wow.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Teardrops,
Shukran
for
sana.
showcasing the show. I'm so grateful to have hosted you, and I wish you all the best in your future endeavors.
I'm grateful too. Shukran sana.
So we have come to the end of the first segment, that is Expose Talanta, and you've heard from the one and only talented Teardrop, who is also multi-talented. And for any young person who is watching and you are afraid to go after your dreams or to go after your talents, you've heard from him that as long as you have the talent and you're confident enough, the world will have a place for you. You don't have to be afraid. Don't go anywhere. We are going for a short commercial break, and then we are coming back to the next segment. I am your host, Bright Takasioka, and this is the Youth Konnect TV show. Welcome back to the Youth Konnect TV show. As we promised, we are back with our second segment, which is Career Watch. Today we are hosting a very amazing doctor. He has 5 years experience and he's going to take us through the career journey. Dr. Baraza, welcome to the show.
Thank you. My name is Baraza Atasimio. I've been practicing for the five years. I'm a doctor in Kenya and I'm happy to be on the show.
Wow, amazing. So my first question to you, are doctors geeks? You know, people who have serious looks and all that, or is it just a perception?
I would take that as a perception.
Yeah.
Doctors are human beings.
Yeah.
Doctors are social and they also have a life with regards to living with other people in the society. And so we cannot categorize them as geeks or serious people within the society. Yet they do serious business, I presume. But you cannot just classify as if they do not have any social life. Thank you.
Personally, growing up, I wanted to be a doctor when I was a kid, but I realized that I could not handle blood. So, but if you look at the Kenyan statistics all over the world, many young children have a lot of dream of being doctors. But as you join university, very last people have the same dream. They change. Is it because as you grow up, we fear serious careers, or what happens in the middle?
I think as one grows up, you're able to realize what you're good at, your talents, your gifts, and with regards to what you really want your future to look like.
Yeah.
And so people follow different career paths. And this is what the general public needs to understand, is that every person has his own destiny and has his own way of choosing how to live. And so if one chooses not to be a doctor, it is also fine. They can still lead a normal life. Well, if also one chooses to be a doctor, it is well and good, because he will be able to achieve his dream.
Okay, now looking at the camera, there are so many young people who want to do a doctor. They want to be a doctor, they want to do medicine, they want to succeed in that career. Can you please give them a brief description of what they need for them to succeed in the field, right from primary, what do you need to do, so that they can have a clear picture of what they are engaging themselves and what they're indulging themselves into?
Thank you very much for that question, because it's a question that has been bothering many people in the public. And as you well realize, we really require a larger number of doctors to be able to serve the patient-doctor ratio. And with regards to your question, this is what I can say. You have to have attained primary education, complete primary education, complete secondary education. Then the best thing that you can do for yourself in secondary education is score good results with regards to subjects, the sciences, that is basically biology, chemistry, and physics. Then with mathematics. Then with the languages, that is Kiswahili and English. Now, if your cluster points are able to meet the university entry requirements, then you are admitted into the faculty. And I believe that would be the beginning of the journey. With regards to the progression of the career, what you would require as an upcoming or a person who wants to study medicine would be mainly discipline, and also with regards to your actions and how you carry out yourself, and time management, because those are the important elements within the practice and the study of medicine.
Well, amazing. Mathematics and sciences disqualify me out. So I wouldn't have made a good doctor.
No problem. But there are other opportunities, I believe. In
No,
life.
it's okay. That's what I'm practicing now.
Okay.
So from what I've gotten from you, if you choose to do medicine or if you want to be a doctor, it shouldn't be guided by money. You should do it because it's something you're passionate about, because it's very engaging. As most of these doctors become successful and rich because people always get sick and all that. Like, it's a career that you know you will still have a job, but it needs more passion than the motivation of the family and friends or money or anything that you can get.
I believe the practice of medicine is a repetitive act. Every day you have to wake up, go to the hospital, come back, go back, wake up, go to the hospital and come back. So if at all you did it out of motivation of other things apart from passion and actually being able to achieve your goal, then it will be a tedious work and you might end up not practicing well.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's it. Thank you so much for your answers. But can you give us some samples of different types of doctors?
With regards to medicine, there are subspecialties and also specialties within medicine. Broadly, we can categorize when you finish your degree course, you are given a degree, a bachelor's degree in medicine and bachelor's degree in surgery. It's almost like a combined degree, but that's the way it is in the medical field. After that, you can specialize. Either you go to internal medicine, either you go into surgery, or you can also go to obstetrics and gynecology and pediatrician. Now, within those four fields, we have subspecialties. And so those are the main ones which are taken up. And of course, we cannot forget the other special areas such as dentistry and the special clinics associated with the ENT, that is ear, nose, and throat, and also radiology. So those are also some of the avenues that one could take in the field of medicine.
As we wrap up, can you give us an example of the best institutions you will attend if you want to do medicine? Because do you think that if you attend any institution, you can be a good doctor, or do you think they are the best specialized institutions for doing medicine?
Personally, I believe the good institutions are those which are able to, one, have the facilities to train, and two, are given permission to train by the respective ministries within the government. And so the most common ones that we're having around at the moment, though I think they'll be increasing in number, you'll have Nairobi University, which is the pioneer university which started medicine in
You
Kenya.
attended Nairobi?
I was at Kenyatta. Yeah.
You should start with there. It's fine.
No. I started with it because actually it is the first institution that was able to produce doctors with regards to medicine.
Okay.
So we have Nairobi University, we have Kenyatta University, then we have Moi University. We also have Kenya Methodist University. And those are some among the few that I know currently.
You have any parting words to any young person who wants to pursue medicine?
The parting shot I can give to those who would like to pursue medicine, I would say medicine is a very good career, and medicine can be able to be treated like other professions, and it's not like as serious as you had put it before, like the public believes it's a serious cause. The only thing that I would encourage most of the young people is use your time well, work hard in school, and if you join the profession, do it diligently with the very sole aim of serving the society to the best. Thank you.
That is what we had for the second segment of the Youth Konnect TV show. Dr. Baraza has explained to the young people, anyone who has a dream of being a doctor, you know what you need to do. And don't go anywhere, just stay tuned. We'll be back shortly after the commercial break. We have more. Hello, Say.
Hi, Bradster.
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
I'm fine. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much.
You're looking amazing.
Thank you. So do you? Looking so good.
Yes, I
You should hook me up with your tailor.
actually designed it. I can design it for you.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I know. You should make me your muse one of these fine days, right?
Yeah, I will.
Thank you so much for having me here.
Anytime. So, I can describe you as an indomitable spirit. Your story is just out of this world, and having had to overcome all those challenges, from being diagnosed with cancer, from getting depressed, bad relationships, growing up in a not so stable family. Can you describe briefly what happened?
Well, this far, I can tell you, it's just God. Nothing more, nothing less, just God. Having to hit rock bottom while in your campus years, it's not the easiest thing that especially a female can ever have to go through. Having to lose friends, having to lose family, just because they feel the next day they're going to hear that you're dead or something, just because you're sick. But well, I thank God for my family, my mother, my brothers, and my sister, and the few friends that I still have and kept. And whoever left, it's just, I don't know, people come, people go, such is life. So my depression story, to cut the long story short, had it for I think the past 7 years, ever since my high school, having to get bullied because of the physical appearances.
So that's where your depression started?
Yes, it did. Yes, because in an all girls school, and then you're being referred to as the weird girl, just because you do not want to wear how they dress or something, or just do things according to how your mind is programmed, not how everyone expects you to. And my cancer story, I got diagnosed with cancer in the year 2015, November. It just started as, let me say, infections or something, getting to go to the hospital, nothing, they just tell you it's infections and then give you medication, still persists. But I had to go to, let's say, a gynecologist who now required...
Which year was that?
2015, now that was in 2016. Now when I got to see a specialist, and yeah, went through treatment, missed school a couple of times, but yeah, I'm still pulling strong. Hopefully I'll get to graduate in the year 2020.
And how did you handle all this? You said your family are pressure, but from a personal point of view, how did you go about it?
Well, writing saved my life.
You're right.
Yes,
We
I
should
do.
collaborate for a book.
Right. We should definitely. So writing really saved my life. Um, Also music, writing, music, and just being on my own, my creativity, how I decorate houses, and just decide to focus on art in the sense of beauty and makeup and hair. So yeah, basically just occupying my mind with less negative thoughts and just trying to build myself and my creativity. Yeah.
So there's that one person who is watching us today, and they are at a point of giving up, or they even holding a dose of medicine. They want to swallow it and commit suicide, or they just given up. What would you tell them, having have fought all these challenges yourself?
Speaking as a person who's had 3 failed suicide attempts, I mean, that's why I'm here. They failed. So I wouldn't tell you it gets better, because it never does. It never gets better. You just learn to live with it, just pray about it. I know deep within you, you'd probably know that you are strong. Every day you wake up, you have the suicidal thoughts, excuse me. Just tell yourself, I am strong, I am strong, I am strong. Repeat that 3 times. Then again, go ahead and tell yourself, I am enough, I am enough, I am enough. That's just my mantra. I am strong and I am enough. I am a wonderful woman. I am this strong, fierce woman.
You
and
are,
I will overcome all this.
You know, I'm trying not to be emotional. I don't know what. Anyway, it's fine. So, Sage, I want to first say thank you so much for gracing the show.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for fighting, for being the strong woman you are. We need more women like you in the industry. And just as a parting shot, I would like you to advise that young person who is dealing with depression, who is dealing with any challenge, young people. Because sometimes young people, like, and fitting in, I think you should say something about fitting in.
Especially with the females, they try so hard to fit in. I mean, you are unique in your own way. In your own imperfections, you are perfect. Do not try to say just because someone has longer hair and I have shorter hair that maybe we're not equal. Possibly you have short hair, but whatever you're destined for is greater. Just don't discount yourself at the expense of raising another person and reputation and all that. Just don't try to fit in. You're perfect, and you're perfect. You know, yes.
I was seeing there is a project that you used to have, that where you cook chapatis and mandazis and you go give back to the community. Can you tell more about that, and how you can use your past negative pain for you to contribute to the society in a positive way?
Yes, basically I had lost friends, so I was just on my own. So trying to keep my mind busy and just do something constructive. Back in school, I decided to prepare breakfast and take to some of the lecturers or our security guards at school. So I just prepare breakfast, take to them on days when I do not have classes or I have classes later in the afternoon. Wake up, I prepare. At least I'm having some few friends coming aboard, and we're trying to just push it. Baby steps, we're getting there.
Congratulations, you have a beautiful soul. As we all heard from the beautiful Sage about mental health and mental talk and depression, you should not give up no matter what you go through life. You should always fight and raise up and have to deal with whatever life throws to you. Whenever they say if life throws to you a lemon, make a lemonade. And Sage definitely has done that. Don't wallow in self-pity. Don't wallow in depression. Seek for help. And speak about it. It's okay to have challenges. It's okay for you not to be okay. It's okay for you not to be perfect according to the society standards, because not all of us are perfect. Sage, thank you so much.
Thank you.
And I'm looking to have more of these conversations with you.
Thank you so much for having me.
Welcome. We have come to the end of the third segment of the Youth Konnect TV show, and that is the mental health talk. And Sage has really inspired all of us. Don't go anywhere. We are coming shortly to the last segment. Welcome to iLead segment, where we are bringing young people who are doing amazing things in various fields of leadership. Today we have one amazing leader, Joel Kwemei. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much, Brayster. You're looking nice.
Thank you so much. So my first question to you is, what was the vision behind Youth Governors Kenya? And we'll do first please introduce yourself.
My name is Joel Kwemei. I'm a young leader. I am a change agent, and I'm a believer in a transformational leadership concept, whereby as a leader, you really don't have an expectation when you lead, but you lead because you believe you've been called to lead. Yes.
And what was the vision behind Youth Governors Kenya?
Youth Governors Kenya is an interesting journey of challenges, breakthroughs and successes. But when I just go back a little bit, I think 2 years ago, I used to be like any other young person. I used to complain about our government. I used to complain about our leaders in various circles. But it reached a point where I realized I can't complain anymore. I needed to do something to fix it. So I organized myself, and the vision came. And I talked to a few young guys who believed in the vision that I had. And within that time, I remember we had a series of meetings and trying to discuss, really, we have this vision, but how far can we take this vision? And within that time, it was challenging because we had to raise money to register the organization. And consider we are young people, so we had to sacrifice some of our monies. Thinking at that time I was in campus. Actually, I was in third year. Yeah, and we formed this organization, and one step at a time, people started believing in our vision. Because initially, remember after the promulgation of the Constitution in the year 2010, there was a lot of expectation, especially with the emergence of county governments. And many young people didn't capture really what are the opportunities in the county governments and even as a country at large. And the first season of county governance, it was marred with a lot of challenges, with a lot of corruption, with a lot of black areas whereby young people didn't understand where can they tap into the opportunities of the county government. And that's now why Youth Governors Kenya came in to align these young people to the county governments, to ensure that they also partake what the county government has for them, but more so also to become devolution ambassadors, so that they can share this information to the fellow youth who didn't understand the opportunities that are in the counties.
Okay.
Yes.
So if I were to ask him, I was recently having a conversation with a particular nominated politician, and he had the guts to tell me that in the next 5 years I'll be very young to vie, because in the Kenyan system and in Africa at large, they don't have a position for young people. What is your take on that? And if you look at the young people in the country or all over Africa, there are very few young people who are in leadership positions. We can look at Uganda. We can see Bobi Wine, and he's being so frustrated. In the Kenyan scenario, there's Sakaja, there's several like Jaguar and others. So, but if you look at them, do you feel the impact of the young people, or you just feel they went there and then they became like the rest?
I think that kind of advice was very wrong, in terms of you can't look down on young people, because leadership is not defined by age. It's defined by the ideas that we have. So I think that was wrong, and as a society we really need to fix that. We need to understand that leadership is a calling. And when you even go back, let me use examples in the Bible. King David was called at a very young age. Joseph was called at a very tender age. And the success stories are evident. So for me, I believe we need to give space for the young people to compete with those who are there and do that which they've been called to do. Look at Sakaja. Sakaja got into parliament as a nominated MP at the age of 27, or rather I think 28. But he's proved that as a young person, This is something that you can put on the table. 30% procurement law was a brainchild of Sakaja. Right now, every young person in this country is a beneficiary of his idea that he legislated and pushed in the National Assembly. I also want to commend leaders like Mtula Jr. for what he's doing in the society. So this idea of, young people, Konnect in Kibra, these are young people that really need
Manama. What is it?
Malema in South Africa.
Yes.
Yeah, this is a young person, and he's really revolutionizing how leadership is perceived in this continent. So we don't have the audacity to look down on any young person. Let us give them space. Let us give them room to even make mistakes, and they learn from the mistakes.
Amazing. So as we wrap up, I would like you to advise any young person who might be looking up to you or who might want to indulge in leadership. Yes.
Can you allow me to speak in the youthful language?
Yes. On the show. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Naizambia vijana uko nje. It's time that we're supposed to stand up and take the mantle of leadership in this country. Imefika ile time tuache hii conversation ya, hatuwezi, we are young, hatuna do, we don't have connections. Just take heart and, do something for the community. People actually will look at what you're doing and they'll come and support you. Just do something. History ya kurelax na kungoja sijui nani afikiria about you. By the way, hakuna. Hii country hakuna. Yeah.
And before I have only one more question. I'm sorry. Do you think leaders are born or made? And are you passionate about family? Because I feel that leadership should, if we want to change this country, we have to start with the family itself. So what is your point and what is your stand on family as a base in how it shapes the life of leaders? And do you think leaders are born or made? And are you born or are you made?
Okay. Leaders are born and made.
Yeah. So what are you yourself?
I was born and made a leader.
It's okay.
Because, it's about options. And it's about if you believe you have something in you. The difference between a leader who is born and a leader who is made is that a leader who is made will always keep on working on himself to become even a better leader. But the leaders who are born, naturally they tend to just fix situations, to just, provide solutions. Yeah. And on the issues of family, family is the basic unit which depicts or even nurtures leadership. And I think best leaders should be observed at the family level. So, in fact, in this country, we need to change ways that we choose our leaders. The first stage should be analyzing their family. How are they? What's the family relationship? How is he leading the family? How is she leading the family? From there we can easily understand which kind of a person you're dealing with. Because you cannot come to the public limelight and pretend to be this perfect person, yet you are a woman batterer. Your kids are not in school. You don't care, you don't provide. How can you provide for a multitude of people or lead a multitude of people when at home you can't do anything for the family? Yeah.
Oh, wow. We have come to the end of the segment, I Lead. This segment marks the end of Youth Konnect TV show. Thank you for watching, and to all our subscribers, thank you. See you next week, same time, same place. I have been your host, Brightstar Kasioka. Okay, fine.
Action.
Don't go anywhere. In the next segment, we are going. Hmm? If I just like continue, right?